Alright guys, so to get started, before we get started, I'm just gonna tell you the brushes that I use. Even though if you watch my videos on a regular basis, you know I use soft blend brush for everything and soft airbrush. Now if you are not using Procreate, just pick up a medium hard brush and your blending tool. And the reason why we are picking up such brushes is because we want to maintain a good balance between harsh looking shadows and soft looking shadows, and those are really important when we are painting skin. So I'm gonna be painting noses in a grayscale format just to explain you guys how I do that. You can do the same thing with colors as well, or if you want me to do a tutorial with the colors, then let me know. So basically I just drew the circle really light-handed so that I do not get dark pigmentation just yet, because we don't want that. And because soft blend brush paints and at the same time it blends, I just added that circle and I blended it out. So if you're using a hard brush or a medium hard brush, do the same thing, draw a circle, let it be hard, let it be harsh, and use your blending tool to blend out the edges. And once the circle is ready, I'm drawing those nostrils and the sides of the nose with the same brush. But what I usually do is I actually draw the outlines in the nostrils in a separate layer with soft airbrush, because I don't want to blend it out. So I am using a brush where the brush is not blending itself out, if that makes any sense. And this is important, you guys. Whenever you are drawing nose, you want to make sure the nostrils are darker and the outlines are not, make them too dark, but yeah, just to add some sort of pigmentation around the nose so that it doesn't look washed out or as if it's merging with the background. All right, so like this is important. Do not skip this. So I'm going back to the soft blend brush and adding more shadows and making sure I'm adding harsh looking ones as well. And I added this little dot and blended it out with a similar brush. So the circle we drew initially helped in deciding in where we want the shadows or where we want the depth. So that was helpful, and that's how I usually paint nose and draw nose. There is nothing complicated. You don't have to complicate it. Yeah, it might get complicated when you are drawing it or painting it with colors, because I don't know, it is not actually basic. It's just really simple, you guys. It's really simple. So I'm just adding more and more shadows on the sides of the nose. And yeah, I mean, the nose is already looking nice and cute, and I just keep adding the shadows until I'm happy. And I put more focus on harsh looking shadows once I'm done with the base. So that circle, that initial circle, was a base for us. And to add highlights, I always use soft airbrush. I don't use soft blend because I don't want to blend those out, and I just add these harsh looking dots over the nose to add highlights. And that's how simple it is. I know the nose shape is looking kind of weird right now, but I just wanted to show you guys how easy it is to draw nose, to paint nose. You can just directly go ahead with your colors and start painting it. And this is like grayscale right now, but when I paint with colors, I keep adding the colors, and I will do a separate video on drawing nose with colors so that you guys understand it completely. I also always darken those nostrils up in the end when I'm done with painting the nose. So that's something you want to do also. And yeah, I mean, you're done with the first part of it. Now I'm gonna draw a second nose with a 3/4 kind of view, and I'm starting with nostrils. So I created these little nostrils. Now if you want, you can look or take help from some reference. And you guys, if you hear background noises, just excuse me for that. All right, I just cannot help it. All right, just so much noise going on around me. So here I'm starting with the nostrils. You can always start with the nostrils. It's up to you. Here we can use any technique that you want. And I am creating the whole nose shape so you can, you know, just take help from the reference you're looking at. And I am again using the same brush, Soft Blend, and I have started adding these little shadows, and also at the same time I'm blending it where I think I should be blending those. And just look at that, nose is ready in no time. It is so easy, you know, so easy. You don't have to complicate it at all. You can just always, if you are getting stuck with the colors, you can just always go ahead and start drawing noses in a grayscale mode, as I am doing here, and you can always go back and add color over that. That is easier. If you find, you know, adding colors layer by layer difficult, then you can just go ahead with this route. So yeah, I mean, that was easy and quick. I just keep adding shadows and shadows. I keep building it, and I am doing it in one layer and I'm adding outlines in another layer because I don't want to blend out the outline. So always make sure to keep your outlines, nostrils, everything in a separate layer so that you're not blending those out. But the nose is ready, you guys. There's nothing else to do. I was just adding more shadows. So it just also again depends on the reference you're looking at. And yeah, it is done, and we are moving forward with the third nose. Now here what I did is I went ahead with my brush and I added this little U kind of shape, and I'm starting with this U kind of shape, and I'm just gonna draw nostrils over this shape. And I'm also making sure that I'm not putting more, or you know, a lot of pressure onto the screen, because I don't want that pigmentation to be there just yet, because I'm creating a base. And I then went ahead and added nostrils. That was easy, you guys. It is already looking like a nose, and I went ahead and added the outlines on the sides of the nose as well, and it is already looking like a nose, even though the nose is so small. It is so small compared to the other two noses that I drew, but it's fine. I'm just showing you a technique, a simple technique, really simple technique as to how to draw or paint noses. And also in my eyes, these are really stylized. So yeah, if you're not into stylized portrait or something like that, then maybe this is not for you. But yeah, if you are, then I really hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up, and if you do practice noses, then tag me on Instagram. I would love to see. Other than that, I will see you guys in my next video.